Hey, what's up, studs? Ryan here. We're at MandRproductions, and welcome to my video of every LEGO Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker set. Now, obviously, this is subject to change. I'm filming this video in late 2019, although it does include the 2020 January sets. Of course, at some point in the future, 2020, 2021, etc., etc., there is bound to be more Episode 9 sets, so it is possible that I'll make an updated video at some point in the future, but as of the filming of this video, this is every LEGO Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker sets. Let's go over some fast facts on these sets. There are 12 sets in total, all of which are available at normal retail stores like Target, Walmart, LEGO Store, except one, and that is the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Sith Trooper bust. In total, at retail price, including the Sith Trooper bust, if you wanted to buy this entire wave, if you were fortunate enough to also be able to buy the Sith Trooper bust at San Diego Comic-Con for its retail price, every set you see here would cost you $700 even, plus tax, of course, but $700 is the full retail price of everything on the table currently. Included in that is 5,794 pieces, good for 12.1 cents per piece. So not a terrible cents per piece there, a little bit over the 10-cent per piece mark that a lot of people try to hold LEGO to. And in total, with every set here, there are 35 LEGO Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker minifigs. Now, those aren't different minifigs, that's just total minifigs. There are some that appear in multiple sets, like Finn, R2-D2, Dio, all in multiple sets with the same exact outfits or prints. So you're getting some duplicates in some sets, but in general, there are still a lot of different unique minifigures. So we're going to go through each set individually real quick, and then I'll go through like a quick award type ceremony where I go through like the 3 best value sets, the 3 most displayable sets, the 3 worst value sets, stuff like that. So let's go ahead and get started with the cheapest sets, and we'll work our way up to the most expensive sets from Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. Of course, if you guys have any suggestions for future LEGO Star Wars collection videos like this, please leave them down in the comments section below. First up, we have the only 2 current Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker Microfighters. On the left, we have Kylo Ren's Microfighter, which provides an excellently cheap way to get the newer Kylo Ren minifigure with his recreated helmet, which looks great with the red markings. You get, of course, the Kylo Ren face underneath and a second face on the backside, and the regular Kylo Ren saber with his Episode 9 outfit. The actual shuttle itself is also beautifully designed. They did a great job with this, getting the coloring right. You have a little seat for Kylo Ren to sit in, and you also have a control panel. You can see the engines on the back, and then when the Kylo Ren shuttle is flying, you can actually fold the wings out into flight mode, which is pretty dope. Like, I think they did a great job with this. So Kylo Ren Shuttle Microfighter gets a passing mark from me. I really enjoyed that Microfighter. And then on the other end, you have Zorii Bliss and the Resistance Y-Wing Microfighter. Zorii Bliss previously only in a $70 set, now in a $10 set here with the Microfighter. Provides an extremely cheap way to get her character. Unfortunately, just a black face underneath, even though she does do a like half face reveal in Episode 9. So I kind of wish they would have included a face under there with this Microfighter, but that just didn't happen. So good figure selection for both Microfighters, and then the actual Y-Wing itself looks quite beautiful with the red and white color scheme with a little bit of gray mixed in there on the back end and underneath. So 2 good Microfighters for Episode 9, no complaints about them. Hopefully we'll see more Microfighters from Rise of Skywalker in the future. As of now, this is the only battle pack for Rise of Skywalker, of course costing $15. You get what is, I would assume, a Sith officer. Looks very nice with the red marking there. Love the face print on there, very evil looking. You also get a Sith Trooper who was previously only in the $130 Kylo Ren shuttle, now in a much cheaper set here. Of course, battle packs being $15 really helps that guy's case. And then you get 2 Sith Jet Troopers. I kind of wish it was the other way around here. I wish you'd gotten 2 regular Sith Troopers and just 1 Sith Jet Trooper, but they do include 2 of these guys. They look beautiful. They have great markings, and on the backside they have the newer style jetpack piece with the tile placed in there. So that looks great. And then if we remove the head, you're just going to get the angry clone face, which is kind of unfortunate. I wish they had like a Final Order face instead of something just kind of that we've seen for years. But the actual vehicle for this this battle pack is something very reminiscent reminiscent of the First Order Snowspeeder from Episode 7, and you actually see it, I think, in the background of Episode 8, or 9 rather, as well, and it actually looks quite nice in this color scheme. This kind of off blue scheme looks decent enough. It goes well with the light and dark gray on there as well. You have the officer's weapon used in the front end here, which is kind of nice. You have a little lever here to be able to pull to steer or maybe control the speed of the speeder. You can just imagine what you want, and just a very nice overall design. So the one battle pack for Rise of Skywalker is nice, although I'm kind of hoping they do more battle packs for Rise of Skywalker, either with First Order Stormtroopers or with Resistance stuff. I don't know. They could definitely use something to counter this or to continue to build on this. The only current Brickhead set for Episode 9 comes as a pair. You get Kylo Ren and you get the Sith Trooper, which is nice. So that makes it $20 for the pair. The Kylo Ren just uses the regular lightsaber, as they always do with the Brickheads, but they actually have a custom built weapon for the Sith Trooper. I think they did a great job making these look really good. My only qualm maybe with Kylo Ren is that they could have used maybe more printed pieces, because they only have like the 2 there with the red cracks, so maybe a little bit more on the top of the helmet or something. But overall, nice Brickheads that I think a lot of people are going to enjoy, because they actually do look really good. And of course, the red and black of Kylo Ren goes really well with the red and black of the Sith Trooper. They're very nice opposites in a way, where there's a lot more red on the Sith Trooper than there is on Kylo Ren, and a lot more black on Kylo Ren than there is on the Sith Trooper. Just kind of works out nice color scheme wise. But beautiful, beautiful Brickheads, and hopefully more Episode 9 Brickheads at some point, because as of now, these are the only 2 that are out and that we know about possibly coming in the future. So hopefully more, but who knows. The Resistance A-Wing from the Rise of Skywalker is a $30 set. You get Lieutenant Connix and Snap Wexley as your 2 minifigs. They don't really leave a lot to be desired. Like, they are very well fleshed out minifigs that I think a lot of people will be very happy with. That being said, the A-Wing itself is much like a few of the previous LEGO A-Wings we've gotten. It just has a slightly different color scheme. There's nothing too different about it. The landing gear is nice as it always has been. You can shoot off spring-loaded shooters with these little black bumps here, which I actually think might be my favorite like function of an A-Wing ever. Like, it's just incredibly well built in there, where you can almost not even tell that it has spring-loaded shooters. The stickers obviously add quite a bit of detail to this set, little insignias on the side, and just a generally nice design. The cockpit opens up to allow you to place Snap Wexley inside, and not like a control panel or anything in there for some reason. Maybe it fell out, I'm not sure. It's a very large cockpit area, and it feels like there should be something there at the front of Snap Wexley's feet, but there's not, so not really sure what's going on there, but still very nice regardless. And of course, one of the cheaper Resistance sets isn't going to be too bad. The Passana Speeder Chase is a $40 set that includes the First Order Tread Speeder Pilot, which is marked by the torso there, otherwise looks very similar to a regular First Order Stormtrooper. You also get the First Order Tread Speeder Jetpack Trooper guy, and he's pretty neat as well. Really like what they did with him. Of course, the new jetpack backpack piece on there as well is very nice. And then you also get the Episode 9 Rey and BB-8. BB-8, of course, not much different. I think there were some subtle changes to his print, but again, not something you're really going to notice. So BB-8 and, of course, the Rey with her Episode 9 outfit looks very nice with the blue lightsabers. So no complaints with the figures in this set. Other than that, I would have liked maybe a couple more to fill out the skiff there. So from Passana, you actually get this little hut, which kind of, if you've seen the movie, represents the party or whatever going on during the scene. A lot of little accessories and such in there. And then you also get the Tread Speeder, which I thought would have been a great battle pack speeder, but obviously it's included in this larger set now, so it won't be that. But it does look very nice and has this very large tread on the front, which is great. And then you can, of course, have it lift up to send off your jetpack trooper, so that's kind of nice. And finally, the skiff is a very beautiful red, gray, and dark tan skiff that I actually really like. Kind of reminiscent of the Desert Skiff from Episode 6, obviously, but still quite different, which I do appreciate. And then, of course, you can put like Rey and BB-8 on this, but there's still room for other minifigures. If you get other figures from the scene from other sets, and you can kind of complete this particular vehicle. There is another skiff actually in the Passana Speeder Chase, but they don't include it, so a little bit unfortunate. Maybe it'll come in a future set from Episode 9, but as of now, this is all we have. Continuing our recap of every Episode 9 set, we have the con exclusive Sith Trooper bust. Again, this was exclusive, I think, to San Diego Comic-Con. It was $45, and a little bit expensive for this maybe to some people, but I think that's a fair price. I think $40 was how much the Darth Vader bust cost. So I kind of wish they had kept it in line with that, but they did not. You just get kind of the shoulders and then the head area for it. Obviously not the most accurate thing ever, but still quite a nice little collector's piece for those that like to collect rare things from Lego Star Wars like myself. So $45 for this is pretty good considering they're about $150 on eBay now. At $70, we have the Resistance Y-Wing, which included Dio. For the cheapest set Dio is in. We also get a very cool looking teal astromech droid. We get Zori Bliss, who also does come in the Resistance Y-Wing Microfighter. We get the First Order Snowtrooper from Episode 9 with the cape. And then we also get Poe Dameron. So very nice selection of minifigures in this set, in my opinion. I'll get you an up close of all 5 of those there. I think Dio and Zori Bliss and Poe are probably the highlights, although kind of dark horse highlight there would be that teal astromech droid, which I think a lot of people kind of probably like. I wouldn't be surprised if that's just a semi-popular one. Now, getting the characters out of the way, the actual Y-Wing is a beautiful design. I think LEGO did a great job with this one. The red and white and gray color scheme looks great, just like it does in the movie. You have the bombing mechanism that can drop bombs from the Y-Wing here. From there out the bottom when you spin this little knob in the back. So that's pretty nice. Nice detailing on top. You can have Zori Bliss pilot the thing very easily as well. Little control panel in there for her to work around with. And then you have the little turret on top which can spin 360 degrees. Although I do find the design of this to be quite annoying and it tends to fall off a lot. But still very nice Y-Wing at the $70 price point. Might be a little bit overpriced. Speaking of overpriced, we have the Sith TIE Fighter up next. It includes Finn, a First Order TIE Pilot, and the best figure, of course, is going to be the Knight of Ren. The actual Sith TIE Fighter is a very nice design, beautiful wings, but it's only clocking in at 480 pieces for $80 in the US, and I think that is undoubtedly overpriced. It has one weird gimmick, not even a gimmick, but just like a design fault where when you put the top of the cockpit back to place the pilot in and then drop it back down, this back section doesn't come back with it, and it's kind of annoying that that is a thing, but other than that, a very beautiful set. Still loving the Dorito wings. It's just expensive, and that's the downfall of this one, in my opinion. Next up at $90, we have Poe's X-Wing Fighter, who includes R2-D2, Janna, Poe Dameron, and another Knight of Ren. I think this figure selection is excellent and includes very, very beautiful minifigures that a lot of people are going to enjoy. The actual X-Wing itself is more or less a remake of the previous X-Wing designs. We've seen something very similar to this back in 2015 and 2016 with Poe's and the Resistance X-Wing, respectively. It is now in a different color scheme, though, with the orange, white, and light blue. You have the cockpit that can open up to accommodate Poe Dameron as your pilot there, with little control panels in there, which are very nice. You also have the wing function, which you can open the wings like this, and then when you rudely close them, the spring-loaded shooters will shoot off. So it looks nice when it's in the open position. You also have the landing gear there, which is pretty nice, but overall, good set. I just think $90 might be a little bit expensive to some people for an X-Wing. Next up at $130, we have Kylo Ren Shuttle, which is an amazing remake of the 2015 version. Looks absolutely gorgeous and was in the movie like every other set. We do have Kylo Ren as one of the minifigures there with his remade helmet. We have 2 Knights of Ren, which look excellent. Absolutely love the minifigures in this set. We also have General Pride. We have a Sith Trooper and then a regular First Order Stormtrooper from Episode 9. So great figure selection, probably the best figure selection of any Episode 9 set. Of course, we'll get into that during like the awards section of this video. But the actual shuttle has an excellent color scheme, mostly black, and with the highlights of the trans red, just looks awesome. When you pick it up, the wings do fold out like that, so it's in flight mode, and then when you land it, they will kind of fold back in if you just give them a little push there, so that's very nice. You have a very spacious little interior there for all your minifigures. Well, probably not all of them, but some of them. Unfortunately, there is no rear interior, unlike on the previous version of the Kylo Ren shuttle. It's just there's the mechanism in there for the wing, so that's why that doesn't exist. There's some spring-loaded shooters and other little features. You can, of course, drop the wings down when you are in the landed mode, which is the proper way to display it landed like that, but I also don't think that looks the greatest. Looks a little bit weird to me. But that is Kylo Ren Shuttle, which is my favorite set of the wave. And finally, we have the $160 redesigned Millennium Falcon, including Lando Calrissian, Chewbacca, Finn, C-3PO, Bulio, rest in peace, R2-D2, and Dio. Again, if you guys want to see stuff up close from videos like these, check out the individual review videos on these sets. But the Millennium Falcon is redesigned for this new movie, and it's very very nice. It has all the panel gaps mostly closed off. I mean, there's still some space sometimes, but for the most part, they have done a great job of getting rid of most of the gaps. Anyway, opening them up is a breeze with just 4 different panels to open. You can get much easier access to the interior here. You have a little turret on top, which is very nice. A little bit tough to work with sometimes because it will open up and lead to this little interior space, which is where you can actually place some minifigs to have them man the turret on the top and the bottom. Pretty dope. Nice control area inside. Little hollow chest there. Little resting area, little kitchen area. Nice details on this set that I think a lot of people are going to enjoy. Of course, the same old Millennium Falcon cockpit hasn't changed too much in the last 15 years. So very nice set. $160 though is a rather high price. That is all the Rise of Skywalker sets kind of quickly reviewed. Now we're going to get into our little award ceremony and go over which sets have the best value, worst value, best playability, best displayability, stuff like that. These are the sets that I think have the best minifigures from the Rise of Skywalker. First off, the Resistance Y-Wing Microfighter and the Kylo Ren Shuttle Microfighter. As Microfighters, I think they have great minifigs. You get Zori Bliss, who is only in the $70 Y-Wing otherwise, and same with Kylo Ren, only in the $130 Shuttle otherwise, so it's very nice to get these figures in cheap sets. Kylo Ren Shuttle is also another set with great minifigs, in my opinion. You get the Kylo Ren, the 2 Knights of Ren General Pride, the Sith Trooper, and the regular First Order Stormtrooper. I mean, this is just an evil set from top to bottom, and I think the minifigs have really rounded out well. And then finally, the Sith Troopers Battle Pack, I also think includes an awesome set of minifigs with the Sith Officer. You also get a couple of Sith Jetpack Troopers. The only problem I would have with this is that I wish you got 2 regular Sith Troopers instead of 2 Sith Jet Troopers. I think that would have worked out a little bit better, but still great figures for the Battle Pack. And those are the 4 sets, in my opinion, that have the best minifigures from the Rise of Skywalker. If you're looking for the most bang for your buck, value-wise, I would say these are the 3 best value sets. You get the $30 A-Wing, which, considering the previous version was $40, makes this one feel like an absolute steal at $30. Of course, you can find a lot of the sets on sale, so you may find yourself getting an even better value on either these sets or other sets, so this is just per the retail price. The $130 Kylo Ren Shuttle, I think, is a very fair and excellent price, especially considering all the exclusive minifigures you're getting in a set like this, although I guess some of them were previously exclusive in the case of the Sith Trooper and Kylo Ren, but still, very awesome set there with a lot of awesome displayability and playability. And then finally, the $15 battle packs aren't bad either, at least the only Episode 9 battle pack as of now, so I think this provides a great value as well, with a slew of exclusive figures, and then still the Sith Trooper, pretty rare, only in that set, and the Kylo Ren Shuttle. So those are the sets that I would say provide you the best value. Bang for your buck. The worst value sets to me are the Sith Tie Fighter, clocking in at $80. I just don't see it. $80 is overpriced for that set, no question. $70 for the Resistance Y-Wing just feels high. I can't really put my finger on it, but it just feels like it's a little bit overpriced. I'll often see this set on sale at Target for like $56, and I'm like, oh, that's a good price, but $70 is just too high. Decent minifigs, but like just, I don't know. I'm just not feeling it for $70. And then finally, the Sith Trooper bust at $45 retail, and of course, if you buy it not retail, you're looking at like $150 brand new on eBay, so definitely not feeling the value on that one, but those are my worst value picks, ones that you're definitely going to want to wait for a good deal on. These are my 3 best playability sets. First up, the Passana Speeder Chase certainly lets you create that chase very, very nicely. You have the Skiff and the Tread Speeder, which you can have chase each other around. You even have a little bit of scenery, so I can definitely see a lot of creative, fun roleplay with that. Then onto the Millennium Falcon, you actually have kind of a very nice interior where you can definitely have a lot of minifigures hang out and play with them in there, and then you actually have nice interior spots and movable weapons and spring-loaded shooters on this Millennium Falcon that are hidden in the front end here. So very, very nice playability on this set. Of course, it is swooshable. You can pick it up and fly it around. A little bit heavier than the X-Wing coming up, which is like a very swooshable, fun set. You have the X-Foils that you can put into attack position. You have the spring-loaded shooters. You have the stud shooters. You have plenty of minifigures to play around with. Of course, you can move R2-D2 in and out of his spot there. And then, of course, the cockpit for Poe. So I think that is also a very nice and playable set. And these are, in my opinion, the 3 best sets for playability for the Rise of Skywalker so far. I usually try to keep it to 3 sets per category, but this one went a little bit over. These are my best displayability sets. These are the ones that you can put on display and I think will really catch people's eyes and are just a joy to look at every day for me personally. So, of course, Kylo Ren Shuttle has one of the most menacing looks from any of the new era Star Wars vehicles. Absolutely love this one, so I think that's definitely one that would be good for display. Also, the Millennium Falcon. You can never go wrong with an absolute classic. Anyone will recognize the Millennium Falcon, so definitely no-brainer for a little display set if that's what you're looking for. Of course, the Sith Trooper bust and the Sith Trooper and Kylo Ren Microfighters are nice little display desktop pieces. And then finally, the Sith Tie Fighter. It literally has a stand to display it on. I can't not include it in a display category. Definitely has a striking color scheme, so definitely like that for display as well. And those are going to be my top sets for display for the Rise of Skywalker. You guys can comment any categories that I should include in future videos like these in the comment section below, but for now, that is all the little award type categories I have to go over. And with everything else behind us, let's just talk about my general thoughts on this wave and what they can do for the future of Rise of Skywalker sets. So generally, I think they've done a great job. Everything you see here is in the movie in some capacity, so they didn't miss out on anything or just mess up blatantly on anything. I think everything is also generally accurate. I don't think there's any like glaring mist coloring things like on the Kylo Ren Shuttle from 2015 up there. They definitely seem to have nailed the designs on most things, which is good to see. No major complaints there. For the future of the Rise of Skywalker sets, there are definitely a few ships from the movie that I think a lot of people would like to see. Also some scenes. Like I'd like to see the Rey vs. Kylo Ren duel on the watery Death Star planet thing. Like I'd like to see that happen. I'd also like to see the new Kylo Ren's TIE Fighter. I know I have one over there, but the newer one is a slightly different style, so I would like to see them kind of bring that in and make it in LEGO. They actually showed it in the LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga trailer for that video game, so it actually looks like that might be the set they release if they release one. And then I'd like to also see the ship that they find and escape on Passana. I think that would be a nice little spaceship for them to create. And there's a ton more stuff in the movie. At the time of filming this, I've only seen it once, so I mean, that's just the stuff off the top of my head. Like the Palpatine's final duel wouldn't be a bad thing to get either. I'd love to see something with the arm holding Palpatine. That would be a pretty dope set, I think. So there's a lot of stuff in the Rise of Skywalker that they can continue to create throughout the next few years before they get into any remakes. So there's definitely a ton of stuff in the movie I'd like to see made. So let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below on the current Rise of Skywalker sets. Of course, the future can hold many good things or bad things, perhaps. I'd love to see some UCS sets from Rise of Skywalker. Kylo Ren Shuttle specifically would be a big one for me. But again, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed this extra long video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.